Happy Monday, everybody. Hope all is well with you and yours. Thanks for stopping by. Also, check out my music on all the music platforms as well as my YouTube music channel. I'm Jamie Totten, and this is Here's the Thing. Today, some NFL, a little music, and Mega Watch. Let's start with the NFL. Okay, in a game that could only be described as a calamity of errors, um, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders yesterday, 34-26. It wasn't a very well played game, but it had some big plays and excitement down the stretch. The Cowboys, who have been playing pretty awful lately, with Dak and other key players out, continue to be awful. On the other hand, Washington was playing equally as bad. The score was 3-3 at the half. Washington seemed to have lost that swag they had in the beginning of the year. You know, when they had Jaden Daniels being mentioned as Offensive Rookie of the Year, and some even said he was on a trajectory to be league MVP. Well, pump your brakes here. There's a lot of tape on Jaden Daniels now, so it's up to the coaches to do the right things to keep him healthy and in DC. Going into the fourth quarter, the Dallas was up 10-9 because of a missed PAT by Washington's Austin Seibert. Washington played well enough to stay in the game, or should I say Dallas played bad enough to keep Washington in the game. Dallas's special teams play yesterday was atrocious, to say the least. Absolutely. But after Washington pulled within 3, a 99-yard kickoff return by Dallas's KaVontae Turpin seemed to have sealed the deal. I thought the game was over right there. 27-17, and with just under 3 minutes left. Washington hadn't shown any signs of being able to move the ball at that time. They were having a hard time running. Passing game wasn't on point. But with the Washington field goal and a defensive stop by Washington, they had a chance to do some damage to catch up. All they were down a touchdown. So Daniels hit McLaurin for 86-yard touchdown with 36 seconds left. And the game seemed to be heading into overtime. All you need is a point after touchdown kick. But a bad snap, and Seibert missed the kick. The calamity of errors continue. Cowboys return an onside kick for another touchdown. I think the Cinderella story may be over for the Commanders, who are 7-5 and losers of the last 3 games. Dallas is 4-7 after the upset. Jaden Daniels was 25 of 38 for 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was also the leading rusher for the Commanders with 7 carries for 74 yards. Terry McLaurin was the leading receiver with 5 catches for 102 yards. 86 of those yards came on that last touchdown play of the game. So he was held in check all game. No Washington running back had over 22 yards rushing for the game. Cooper Rush was 24 of 32 for 247 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. CeeDee Lamb had 10 catches for 67 yards. Rico Dowdle had 19 carries for 86 yards. Cowboys, y'all got him again. You got him again. Yeah, I know y'all was talking trash today, and we'll be talking trash all week. Well, Commanders, better luck next time, I guess. Okay. Okay, a little music. I was talking to this black person today, and the conversation of music came up, and they said that their go-to music is country music. I said, okay, cool. I get it. I get it. Country music, blues, R&B, rock and roll, gospel, it's all born from the same place, from the same people, black people. So I get it. I know very little about country music. I did find out that the top selling country album this year was Country Carter by Beyonce. Um, I knew that album was big, but I didn't know it was that big. And her single, Texas Hold'em, topped the charts for 2 weeks. Now, I do know about that song. That was everywhere. Also, this song, it's called A Bar Song, Tipsy, by Shabuzi. Now that stayed on the charts, that topped the charts for 17 weeks. Biggest seller so far this decade. You know, biggest seller since 2020. Now, you know who number one is? Number one was Nas X. He spent 19 weeks at the top. Old Town Road. That song was everywhere. So, of course, there's backlash from country music folks, who claim or think country music belongs to a certain type of people. Haters have and always will try to separate people, even in music. Like only people from a certain walk of life can appreciate country music. Nope. You can see that ain't how it goes. Like the genres of music I mentioned before, R&B, blues, rock and roll, gospel, and country music. It belongs to all of us. It was all born in America. It's American music. But give credit where credit is due. Tell the history. Tell the story. Tell the whole story. Not your story, but the true story. And let people figure it out for themselves. Don't try to hide it. Just appreciate it. All right. Okay, MAGA Watch. So, usually when a president is selecting people for his cabinet or her cabinet, a lot of thought and vetting would go into that decision. There were certain criteria that absolutely had to be met. These guys that Trump is selecting don't want a background check. And what job doesn't do a background check? The kind that would be equivalent to the position that you're being hired for or that you're being nominated for. Like Gates. So Gates is out. He couldn't take the pressure. His thing didn't add up. But you also have Linda McMahon, or, she's the head of education. She's the head of the Department of Education. Then you have this guy, Peter Hegseth. He's to be the Secretary of Defense. You know, this guy's been accused of rape. And then you have the bloodthirsty border czar, Tom Homan. And by the way, the land commissioner of Texas says she's handing over at least about 1,400 acres of land for an internment camp. You know, you have that madman Stephen Miller who says that the roundup will start the minute Trump takes office. Miller has been licking his chops for years for this type of thing to take place. He's been pushing it and pushing it. He's the one that had the kids separated and everything the last time Trump was there. So don't expect anything different. Don't expect any type of sympathy or empathy or the least humanitarianism that anyone could get. So that guy, he loves what's about to take place. Then you have Kristi Noem. She is Secretary of Homeland Security. Kristi Noem. You know, she likes to kill dogs and write it in a book. Then you have old roadkill Robert Kennedy Jr. He's going to be in charge of health and human services. So obviously there's no vetting of these characters. So as I said, we have to look out for ourselves because this country has the potential to become less safe, health-wise, mentally and physically. But, you know, hey, let's enjoy all that we can. This is a storm, but the sun continues to shine. Find your ray of light, folks, and bask in it every day. They can't take that away. So once again, I want to thank you for stopping by and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will be talking to you. God bless. Peace.